It's Monday night, it's 7 o'clock, and it's time for the best show on the air right now, Knightline Live. And I'm Jerry Middleton, and with me as usual is Rick Fletcher. And Knightline is brought to you by our good friends at Astral Industries up in Lynn. If you're looking for a job or maybe just needing some part-time employment, go see our good friends at Astral Industries up in Lynn. And Rick, tonight we've got a really big show.
Yeah, we got a lot going on tonight. And of course, we were off last week. It was vacation. I got to ask you, best show on live air. Was there a vote for that? I'm just curious.
Well, there should be.
All right. Well, I got my wallet right where it needs to be, and that's where it's going to stay. What do we got going on tonight? Well, first we're going to wrap up volleyball, the girls' sectional champs. So we're going to go over the sectional, very exciting sectional.
Yep.
Jerry. And, unfortunately, the regional didn't go out how we wanted, but we're going to talk about that. Football looked very good. The football team went up to Shenandoah, so we're going to break that game down, and we're going to talk about what's next for the Knights. Cross country. We had a lot of success at cross country since we've been on. Both teams went to the regionals, the girls and the boys. And we have a state qualifier. We're going to talk to the state qualifier and her sister just here in a second, so stay tuned. And we're going to talk to Ryan Halloran tonight, and we're going to put the heat lamp on Ryan because we are investigative reporters, and we're going to talk about how this new conference went down. And people want to know, you know?
And there is a lot of misinformation out there that needs to be straightened out.
Well, I think it's better if we're all interested. Okay, everybody who watches this show is interested. I'm interested. Parents, fans, they want to know how this is going. It's going to be an exciting time right now for the Knights. Not without risk, but when Ryan comes on, we're going to break that down and we're going to discuss that. First, we're going to do our abbreviated NFL update. And Jerry, who's the best team in the NFL right now?
The Colts.
I think there's no doubt about it at this point,
They win big, and win often.
Yeah, they are running on all cylinders. I mean, Jonathan Taylor has to be the best back in the league right now. I am not a Colts fan, but even I can see with my own eyes how good that team is.
And then to the flip side, Rick.
Well, the Bengals
we go to the Bungles.
The Bengals had the game won, and they gave up the Jets came back.
It was 38 to something. I said, this game's over.
Yeah.
And I saw the final score come across 39-38. I said, only the Bengals could do that.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Bengals fan, my condolences to you because they had that game won. Your quarterback's out. You bring in Flacco. Should have been a win. You beat the Steelers the week before, but my goodness, you lost that game to the Jets by a point. Then you got the Bears. I have no idea what they're doing.
Well, they lost as usual.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Just move on.
All right. But my New England Patriots, 6-2, probably one of the best young quarterbacks in the league right now in Drake May, and they are leading the AFC East right now. I'm all in, Jerry. Well, I am all in.
When they were 0-2, they were someone else's Patriots. Now they got 6 wins. They're your Patriots.
Well, hey, I'm a fan. What can I say?
You go. Get on the bandwagon.
There's a reason to watch the games now. So.
Yeah. And speaking of getting on the bandwagon.
All right.
Our next guest.
Yeah.
It's a real thrill to have a freshman going to the state in anything.
Absolutely.
And that is wonderful because the only thing you can hope for is an upward climb. And her sister, or I guess her twin, she's right behind her and she's going to make that climb too. So maybe in 3 years from now, we might have 2 of them.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
So I'd like to introduce our young ladies, Hayden and Aubrey Nagel. Girls, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right, so what a build-up, huh? So, we like that build-up. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. First of all, you guys have been running for a while. Hayden, how long have you been running? That's a long ways, by the way. You know, look at us. We don't look like we're runners, do we? So,
I started running when I was in 5th grade.
okay. Shorter distances back then. Does it move up as you get older?
Yeah, so whenever you're in middle school, you run like a mile, almost 2 miles. And
Okay.
then once you get into high school, you get 3 miles.
All right. So, does it run in your family? How did you get into that? There's a reason you get into running. Usually, it's family influence or something. So, how does that?
Snacks, good snacks.
Yeah, good snacks.
That's what I've heard.
So, what piqued your interest?
Well,
Go, Aubrey. We'll go to you here. Let's get Aubrey in here.
Probably just, I'd really say my brother. I remember
Okay.
being little, going to watch him, and especially at the regional meet, I remember watching this girl. Her name was Lily Cringe. She's now a D1 runner at Oklahoma University, but she was
Wow.
at Oregon, and seeing her really just like win. And
Those are big schools. Okay. And your brother is?
Jackson.
He's an alumni, right? He graduated a couple of years ago. So and he also wrestled. So we
Yes.
remember Jackson from running and wrestling. So that's what piqued your interest. How about your parents? Are they into that, or did they have to
Yeah.
track?
my mom was a runner.
Your mom was a runner. So did they? You know, if you're going to these meets or these events, you know they're going with you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming they're the biggest cheerleaders. Is that correct?
Yes.
So let me say this. We've had some struggles over the years with girls cross country teams where a lot of times we didn't even have enough for scoring. Okay, that wasn't the case this year. I think last year they maybe had 5, but this year, how many girls were there? There were a lot of them.
I think it was 11. Yeah.
11 girls. Okay, so that's a big number there. Okay, how many can you run in the sectional and the regional meet?
Top
Se-
7.
Top 7.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, whoever's the fastest goes, right? Is that how that works? I mean, there's no science to it, right? There's no. It's not like, you know, other sports. It's straight speed and time, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going to get you there. And so, Jerry, go ahead.
Well,
We got to talk about the woods. I want to talk about
this
the woods.
for both of you. Now,
Well,
we
especially
learned-
Aubrey. Aubrey's got a story
Yeah.
to tell, so we're going to get
we
that out
learned
here.
in the talking to the boys cross country that once you get into the woods, it's like all bets are off. It's like NASCAR, Turn 4, Daytona. You know, if you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. So, is this a true story that this happens in the woods, Aubrey?
Yes, this is very true. Especially this past weekend at the regional meet.
Okay,
was
we're not.
probably-
Are we naming names or are we not
No,
naming?
I do not even know this girl.
Okay.
But it was like we weren't even a mile into the race. She cut in front of me, elbowed me, and like shoved me off. So I sped up once I got enough to pass her, elbowed her right back, and
Oh,
I never saw her
boy.
again.
There's nobody out there in the woods, like an official or somebody watching that,
No.
or you guys are on your own.
Yeah.
It's like third-degree assault out there, you know, no police or anything.
So, and so I have to ask this to Hayden. You probably haven't been in that elbowing or rubbing that, because when you're in the front and everybody's reading your bumper,
Yeah.
hey, I'm in front of you. It's hard to get into that. But when I guess back in the pack, it probably gets pretty crazy back there.
And at some of the big races, you can easily get like spiked, and that hurts really bad too.
Yeah, I bet it does. I mean, sometimes you get bunched up, you know, and, you know, even by mistake, you get hit.
Yeah.
But Aubrey, she throws the elbow over here.
Well, when you start those races, I mean, it's like pouring 10 gallons of water into a funnel.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like
It's
or like the cattle herding into that
the
one
chute.
gate that's open. I mean,
Crazy.
yeah, I'm surprised there aren't more mishaps
Yeah.
when you see that go on. All right, Hayden, let's talk about you a little bit. Congratulations, by the way, you're going to the state finals as a freshman. How's it feel? You had a goal, I'm assuming, and you've accomplished that goal. So how'd you do it, and how do you feel about it?
I'm very thankful, and just very appreciative that I like given this talent and that God gave me it, and I'm just like now I have to use it to my best ability.
Yeah. So you're headed to Terre Haute, and you don't have to. Meet starts at 1:00.
Yeah.
All right. So how you feeling? Are you nervous? You excited? Are you working out this week? Are you with your coach? I see your coaches out there, Tyler and Eric. They're just lazing around while you guys are out running. So what's the routine this week?
Just proper training, proper sleep, and I make sure I have like a good diet.
Yeah. And is it the same as you like getting ready for sectionals or regionals? So are you on that same routine right now?
Yeah.
Getting to bed early and getting your homework done,
Yeah.
being a good kid, and all that. Well, Aubrey's over there elbowing people to try to.
How many girls qualified for the state tournament, for the state finals? Do you have no idea?
So like top 5 teams, top 20 individuals, and then if you're in the top 20 and you're in the top 5 teams, then you get taken out. So then like 5 new girls can be qualified.
We need Mr. Luby
So
for
there's
that math.
four of those. So I mean, you're looking at 140 to 150 runners in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Maybe up to closer to 180. That's a lot.
Yeah, I will tell you, I think we need to inform people. This is the first girl, if I'm correct, from Northeastern High School to go to the state final meet. So, again, another congratulations to Hayden. Aubrey, so you got a role in this, all right? You got your sisters going. You're probably fired up for her. All right, so are you out here running with her this week, or what are you doing? Or are you with the coaches, those guys over there?
I'm still running. I'm running this whole week. Obviously not with Hayden. I trail behind her.
But you're there to support, right?
Uh-huh.
And you'll be there on Saturday, I assume, to cheer her on. Do any of your teammates, you guys take a bus down, or how does that work?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people wanting to come and watch.
Yeah.
We're taking a white bus, which can only hold like 15 people.
All right.
People are signing their name to just get a ride on the bus.
All right. Are you doing things like banners and, megaphones?
That's what our plan is.
Yeah? All right. That's great. Okay. And if you happen to win, and I know the competition is stiff, though, there's probably going to be a escort back into town, if you place up there. So you got a personal record, I was told. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or what was your time in the at the regional?
1851.
Yeah. Now, Aubrey, I was told you have a personal record that you ran at the regional. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your time?
20:28.
All right. So I've been told by people who know that in the state finals, some of these, it's all schools. It's not, there's no class, as we know. There's no class in cross country. But I've been told that the winning time is going to be in the 17 or maybe sub 17. Okay. You're only a freshman. Is it realistic to expect, as you get older and as you mature, that maybe you can shave some time? And I realize shaving 5 seconds off your time is a big chunk.
Yeah.
And we're talking about 2 minutes now. That's a lot. So talk about that and, the potential of maybe shaving some time off of that as you go into the future.
As long as I just put in the work and I train my hardest and make sure I put all my effort in, then maybe I could.
We're not asking for guarantees here, Hayden. But it would sure be nice to see somebody out here in the cornfields, okay, which is where we are. We're in the midst of farm country here. Maybe go to that state meet and you get the girls from Carmel and Fishers and, all the big schools. That's who's going to be competitive.
Yeah.
Be nice to compete with them. So I assume your folks will be going, your mom and dad will be cheering you on. Do they follow you on the course? Or,
Yes.
Yeah. Your mom's a runner, so she run it with you?
My mom's everywhere.
That's great. So I know you're freshman year, but these years will fly by like that. Do you have any ideas or plans what you want to do post high school?
We
I know
usually
the-
have to ask that to seniors, and some of them don't
And,
know.
and,
so.
and if you know, you're way ahead of the seniors. I'm telling you.
Well, I would really love to run in college
Uh-huh.
and do something in the ag industry.
Okay.
Cool. Good.
Yeah. Well, how about you, Aubrey?
About the same thing. When I go to college and come out, I'd like to be a bovine embryologist
Wow.
or something.
If I knew
And
what that
then-
is, I'd
Well,
say wow.
Moo moo, buckaroo.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay.
cattle or bovine.
I got you. Okay.
Horses or equines. and-
Jerry's a gentleman farmer over here, so he knows about horses because his kids grew up with horses. Well, Jerry, ladies, I know it was last minute. I really appreciate you coming on. We want to wish you the best of luck. I mean, really, do your best, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Represent us, and I'm sure people who are watching, they're proud of you, because we're proud of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So keep it going, and maybe next time Aubrey will be going with you, and that would be awesome too.
Yeah.
And maybe you take a couple other girls with you too.
Yeah,
How's that?
that's the goal.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be cool to have the whole team?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it'd be
maybe.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's definitely the whole goal with the team. It's like the best feeling when you can take people with you.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely astronomically fantastic.
Yeah.
well, just going to regional
Yeah.
as a whole team,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that had to have been a great feeling as opposed
Yeah.
to just one or two individuals. So.
Yeah.
Congratulations, ladies. Thank you for coming on. I know it was very short notice. Thanks to your mom and your folks for letting you come and bringing you here. So we really appreciate that.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
thank
And
you.
good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right.
Girls, thank you for tonight and good luck, and go out there and take that checkered flag. I know you will. All right. You're watching Knightline Live. When we come back, we'll have Ryan Halloran with us. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
When the professional's vehicle gets sick, they go to All Around Auto Repair and Sales, located in Fountain City. Their SAE certified technicians work on foreign, domestic, and those fun diesels. Work van not feeling good? Or maybe the family car? And don't forget about the Weekend Warrior. Go to All Around Auto, 408 US 27 Fountain City. It's good medicine for your car.
Looking for some good local barbecue? Well, look no further because Ann and the Pigs has arrived. We got tips, ribs, chicken, and our fan favorite pulled pork sundae. You hungry yet? Well, check out our website at annandthepigs.com to find out where our truck is located next. And if you miss our truck, don't worry, you can cater with us year-round by using our website as well. Ann and the Pigs, bringing tasty where it's needed.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries in Lynn. And, well, with us now is Ryan Halloran, the athletic director here at Northeastern High School. And, well, I guess, Rick, let's just jump into it.
Let's jump in. Ryan, thanks for coming.
No problem.
So there's no secrets out there now anymore. Northeastern's going to a new conference, okay?
Correct.
The details to be worked out at this point. So you've been a busy guy, I guess. You've had all our sports. Let's start with, we've had some success in fall sports this year.
Yeah,
So I want to
fall's
touch on that a little bit. We've won some trophies.
Right.
Go over that just to take a minute to do that.
All right, let's see if I can remember everything.
All right, I know.
Our girls cross country team
Yeah.
won the conference title. Boys came in second. Football won the TEC title again,
All by
all
themselves.
by themselves. We don't share. We're not big fans of sharing.
Yeah, nobody likes to share.
Let's see. Volleyball won the sectional
Yeah, and an exciting section.
And county
Yeah.
tourney.
and the county tourney.
Yeah.
What was really neat about the sectional is avenging 2 losses from earlier in the year against
Yeah.
teams that we played against, and it was really neat to watch the team come together at the end of the season and,
Yeah.
and have some success.
All right. Before you know it, basketball will be here. That's coming up.
Yeah, I believe Thursday we have a scrimmage game. Girls have a scrimmage game against Delta here
And
Thursday.
Delta's a good team this year, is what I've been
Yeah.
told. So that'll be fun. So, anyways, all right. This conference realignment thing, it's all in the air.
Sure.
There's been like Jerry said, some misinformation going out there, and we'd like to kind of clear those things up. And people are interested.
Yeah.
They want to know. And so I think this is a good time to bring you on and you tell us, let's go back to the beginning or as far back as you can remember that you've been involved.
Right.
Tell us how this all came about. Start at the beginning.
All right, I'll do my best.
All right.
I think it really started a little over a year ago, maybe a month into my first year. The idea, I don't want to say the idea of expansion of the TEC conference, that's an old idea.
Yeah.
But there was some new blood in the athletic director positions for the schools. And we started talking about it and trying to solve what some of our schools found to be a little bit of an issue. We've had quite a bit of success over the last few years in the conference, and so has some other schools. And we just kind of wanted to increase that competition, maybe be a little proactive with the changing environment of IHSA transfer rules and things like that, and some demographics. And just kind of asking the other members of the conference, could we look at expanding to increase our competition levels? There are some schools that are, I don't want to say whole schools all the time, but there's some teams that don't provide a lot of competition sometimes. And that goes to a goal that each program has. You want to win conference, but then once you've done that a while, you're next. You want to win the sectional. Even if you don't win conference, that's going to be kind of like volleyball. They didn't win the conference, but they still were trying to win the sectional. And trying to overcome that. We've got some programs that have won plenty of sectionals. They're trying to get through regionals. They're trying to win that level. We have some programs that have been on the cusp of winning sectionals, and we're trying to get over that hump. And if you look at the research and ideas of schools that have successfully done this, when you look at their strength of schedule, it's stronger. And so looking at that concept and that idea, trying to build that across all our programs, increasing our strength of schedule, we need to either bring new schools in. That was the original idea, bring some new schools in. And there were some schools that were targeted that were kind of independent or were in the leagues that they wanted better competition as well. And they're in our region, and so there were some informal talks. There were some I was invited to a meeting of these other schools. And
Can you name those schools first? And I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lapel, Eastern Hancock, Shenandoah, invited Centerville and Northeastern to a meeting. I believe at that time, those were the only people at the meeting that day.
And what was the timing of that? When did that happen?
It was football season of last year.
Yeah, it was quite a while
Yeah,
ago.
it was over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I went in there to listen to what they had to say, with the mindset of if I still wanted to be in the TEC. I played in this conference 30 some years ago, and yeah, a long time ago.
You're dating yourself. Right?
That's okay.
He could still play today, though, Joe.
Yeah, that's right.
You could
But-
suit him up.
And so what came from that is I thought it would have been an easier, rather than us leave, would be to maybe invite them in. And so we presented that to other members of the conference, and we had some talk. There was some interest. What people don't know is the conference used to have a rule that had to be unanimous.
Okay.
And so those were changed.
Okay.
So overall, it just seemed odd that there were some rules that could be changed by a majority vote. Some could be, so there came to be some consistency, and most rules can be adjusted or applied or added on a 2/3 vote. They have 9 members, so it's 6 of 9 schools.
Okay.
You get 6 schools in favor of it, you can change things. And so those were changed, and then we just, there was, I don't know, negotiating, but there was talks, there was ideas presented, there was information.
You guys were
presented.
having conversations.
Yes. 'Cause
Formal and informal?
No,
or-
it was always formal. We had changed the rules for meetings.
Okay.
It used to be basically 4 meetings a year, and now we made it, it was changed to once a month.
Okay.
Just because of the needs for things like that. There just seemed a lot of gap time between. And again, you've got some change in leadership with some new ideas and things like that. So with more meetings, more talks over the course of a year, there was basically 2 formal ideas presented. One is, to try to incorporate some new schools on the whole, or like that, and then the other idea was to include some schools and maybe divide the conference in half.
Okay. So like a 2A, 1A.
Which
Type of
which I
thing.
think would have been a great idea.
Yeah.
There are there's conferences around us that do that.
They do it,
and,
yeah.
and quite successfully. Even our youth football league
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
And I thought that might have been to me, that was the best of both worlds.
Right.
Everybody kind of could get what they wanted. The smaller schools have more chances at winning a conference title for their side. They're benefits from playing some bigger schools for their sectional. Some of the schools that are bigger get some maybe bigger schools or with some tougher programs to strengthen their schedule. You could still have some of these old school rivalries
Right.
that are still out there. Unfortunately, we never achieved the 6 vote margin to do that. And when that happened,
Are you at liberty, because it was a formal vote, right?
it was a vote within athletic directors, and if you go back and look at the school board meeting, I was asked that question. And
Yeah.
I answered it then.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring up a lot of things
Okay,
that
that's
people might. I'm not that. I've answered it once before.
That's all right.
And
Okay.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
it
said.
doesn't.
So again, with those options being gone,
Can you? I don't mean to cut you off.
Sure.
But was it the schools under consideration were Shenandoah, Eastern Hancock, and Lapel to come into the Tri-Eastern
no,
Conference?
it was more Eastern Hancock, Shenandoah. To bring in, there was a couple smaller schools to bring in. There was an idea of you could have gone to 12, 14
Okay.
TEC teams,
Right.
and then split it up. And the idea with splitting things up a little bit is you got competition build up competition on each side, and then it freed up the scheduling more in football to even schedule outside your conference
Right.
some tougher competition.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that seems to be kind of locked in, especially right now. When
Yeah.
there are 9 teams in the conference, basically you get 8 games, you get 1 out of conference school.
Right.
that's sometimes not enough to boost that competition over 8 games, unfortunately. But anyway, those are the early ideas, and unfortunately those didn't work out, and we were left with some difficult choices. But, again, my job is not just to maintain the status quo for athletic department. I don't see it that way. I need to push. Teams that are good need to be pushed to be great. Teams that are great need to be pushed to be elite. And joining this new conference, I think, helps us reach that goal. Here's a perfect example, I think. If you Triton Central, who we play in football this Friday, if you go back and look at their history, several years ago, they played nothing but 2A schools. Now they have a conference where they're playing 3A and 2A schools, very similar. Kind of, not that I looked at that on purpose, but I did go look things up to try to support what the idea was.
Yep.
And they're a team that's usually at the top level of their sport. So.
They've had a great athletic program down there for years. The volleyball has always been good. The football's been good. Baseball's been good. So, I mean, they're one of those schools that have 3 or 4 good sports every year after year.
Yeah.
And I believe their size is similar to what we have here as far as student
Correct.
goes. And I've been down to their school and their facilities. They're grade A, I can
Right.
tell you that. And
Yeah.
you'll find out if you haven't been down there.
We went down once to watch them play Cecina a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They got air conditioning in their press box.
Yes,
too.
we found that. I found that out today. So, and heat too.
Yeah.
So, but maybe next time you have a budget discussion.
See what we can do. We'll look into that.
Money's always tight. I mean, that's the way it is. All right, so that was one side of the equation, the conversations going on amongst the members of the Tri-Eastern Conference. Now we got the Eastern Crossroads. What is the name of that conference again?
Eastern Crossroads Conference.
There we go. Okay. Tell us how that all came about and how that started up for us here.
Like I said, we were basically left, if we wanted to increase our competition level, try to raise our standards to what I think and our coaches think. I don't want anybody to think it's just me trying to push all this. I reached out to our coaches, and an overwhelming amount wanted to increase their level of competition. They have the same ideas. We've got some great head coaches here who have great programs, who we all have a very similar mindset. We want to get better each day, each season, each time we practice. So again, with that support, we spoke with Eastern Hancock, and again, Eastern Hancock's athletic director Aaron Spalding, and he's kind of spearheaded a little of this, reaching out and having questions and stuff like that, and has really helped out.
And Aaron's been around for a long
Yeah.
long
Right.
time.
Yeah, great
Long time,
basketball
long
coach.
time.
Yeah.
And so he gets it, and I kind of like the mindset that they have. So
And
anyway,
they're a smaller school than we are, actually. I
think so, yeah.
Or
They're-
maybe similar. size.
they're in a neat, interesting little spot
Yeah.
geographically.
Yeah.
It's kind of a neat place over there. But again, we had some more meetings. It kind of started to catch momentum. That okay, I think this is something that we need to do. And they talked about some other schools being involved, and that looked nice. And then we kind of had a meeting not too long ago. Well, the day that they formed the conference, we hadn't made a decision yet. Some other schools, but there were 4 of them: Newcastle, LaPel, Shenandoah, and Eastern Hancock said, "Yeah, we're going to do this." And so we asked for our invitation. We got our invitation. I discussed it with our superintendent, our principal, and things like that, and then our school board. And we made our decision. Was it a week ago? Maybe a week and a half ago. Week and a half. It was before fall
Yeah,
break.
right before fall break.
Yeah,
I
we
see
said we're
that
going in.
Centerville just announced
Correct.
that they are in.
Yep.
So now it's a pretty solid 6 teams.
Correct. I think it's going to be a solid 7 here pretty soon.
Yeah, and 7 would be like the beautiful number.
Yeah, I think so. I think it provides. The neat thing about it is that when the girls' track coach and cross country coach is excited about it, that tells me that we're not to say that those guys aren't normally on board, But when he's excited about going to different schools and things like that and the facilities that they have, I think it's be a neat experience for all our kids to see some things. And even our school board in the meetings, that was one of the questions they asked when we were first talking about it, about upgrades that we could do. And so it's neat to have that kind of forward-thinking, progressive thinking, and support to make a decision like this.
Well, and the other thing is when you talk about that 7 teams, in football, for example, you got 6 games, and then you can schedule 3 outsides,
Right.
which is wonderful, which is, I think, what football needs. And when you come to basketball and those, I mean, playing a home-and-home schedule would not be a bad deal.
Right.
Because then that's 12 games, and then you've got 13 other games that you can schedule. All right, that's pretty good. And the same with volleyball. Baseball would be perfect for home-and-home
Yeah.
on that, and softball.
There's some, for me, being new to this AD job and stuff like that, that's kind of exciting to me, is to do new schemes or new ideas and that aren't necessarily out there that I think the kids would enjoy. Like you said, the home and home and things like that. It just
Well, and in some of the facilities that these other schools have, I mean,
Right.
let's call it what it is. The Newcastle Fieldhouse
Yeah.
is the creme de creme.
right.
of-
It's a classic
I mean, this
Indiana
it's the
basketball
place.
thing. I've sent pictures from this place before, where I'm in the world's biggest high school gym
Yeah.
in the world, and it's just kind of a neat. Not every kid gets a chance to play there. I think if you go to places outside of our state when it comes to basketball gyms, it's just a different world that some folks don't understand.
Well, I know that some of the NBA guys are going over to where they filmed Hoosiers.
Oh, yeah.
They're at Knightstown.
Right.
And they've seen that, and they're like, how far is it to this high school gym? And they've gone over there and, looked in the windows and just amazed. They said, it's like the old Boston Gardens.
Yeah, it's
You
very impressive.
and so you get to play in these other facilities. I think that's a very positive for our student athletes.
Yeah.
And I want to emphasize, Ryan, I know you mentioned this, but I want to make it perfectly clear, because I've talked to some of your coaches,
Yeah.
and the coaches that I've spoken to absolutely love the idea. You weren't the Lone Ranger pushing this. There was a lot. It was a team, actually.
I try not to make a bunch of decisions for head coaches without talking to them first. I personally hated it when I was a coach.
Yeah.
So I just can't do that as the AD. I think the coaches need to be involved in a lot of the decisions, and so.
Yeah, so, again, I know the coaches, and at least the ones I've discussed this with, they're all in
Good.
on
Yeah,
this.
that's
So,
Again, the next big question is, when's it going to start?
yeah.
Our original plan is to finish, again, part of the bylaws of the TEC is you give them a year notice. So that's what we did with the plan in place, was to start, is to start doing conference play in the ECC, starting with the 27-28 school year. That could be sped up based on decisions that other folks make and things like that, but we'll just, that's our plan right now.
So, will Northeastern still be in the Tri-Eastern Conference at this time, starting at the end of the beginning of next school year, 2026, as things stand right now?
Yeah, it's things stand out. We finish out the conference, and then that would include next year.
Okay, that could change, though.
Correct.
Things could change.
Things could
okay.
change.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, okay? I have a personal opinion. I'll share this. I think it's a good move for the school, but I've also said there are some risks, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I did a little homework here. Lapel, we're dressing maybe 35 football players right now. We've had up to 50 in the 50s before. Looks like we got good numbers underneath. I'm been told, but Lapel's got 75. What else? Even Centerville's got 50 plus. Delta, which is a school that's not there yet, the unnamed school I just named.
That's okay.
Okay, they're up in the 75 to 80 category. Probably Newcastle is up in the 50 to 60. So, bigger schools,
Right.
bigger draw, in there. So to me, and agree or disagree, that's definitely a risk factor there is on because football is a different sport,
Right.
all right? It just is, okay? But we've been successful. We've played the Lapels, the Heritage Christians, and come close. Haven't gotten over the edge, but we've been competitive. Things change.
Right.
Seniors go on, next man up. Smaller school, and I would think Eastern Hancock, Shenandoah are similar places that we're at too. But anyways, that's a risk, and does that come out in your conversations with the coaches, or?
Right. I had a parent ask that to me, and if you look at our program right now, we have our sophomore. I believe it's our sophomore class was low in numbers. There were some kids that chose not to play this year, but there's a good sized freshman class behind them.
Yep.
There's a good sized junior class in front of them. At the 8th grade level, I think there were 15 to 17 kids on the middle school team. When you go down to the 5th and 6th grade, there were, if I'm not mistaken, 28 together, and the 3rd and 4th grade team had 34 kids.
Wow.
So there's a lot of numbers there. And what I'd really like to see, and we've shown the signs of growth in our weight room. If you take a look, go back to, I believe it was the COVID year, where we couldn't lift in the summertime. And we did not have a very successful season that year. We were young and we couldn't get into the weight room. That was a big problem. And that changed a mindset within the program and within some of our kids. And when we get them in sooner to the weight room as freshmen, we even started to introduce it at the middle school level. Getting that back into the system is going to help and increase that use of the weight room, because that's the great equalizer of talent. And we've seen signs of it over and over again. In fact, this past year, I think, if you go in the weight room, you can see we have more kids on the team now that are in the 2 highest lifting groups, 2 highest poundage groups than we've ever had. And so while the numbers are not as well, the kids percentage-wise are stronger than in years past. So if that keeps going the way it's going to go, because I think Coach Oler does a great job with our kids and all our coaches I don't want to say influence, but advising our players to use the weight room. And you also have the new transfer rule. This is a great place for athletics and academics, although you're supposed to come for academics first. We all know the reality of some people's decisions.
Right.
I think we have shown to be very welcoming as a culture. I don't think people come here not just because of athletics and are welcomed in with pretty open arms. I think that's a big positive for us. Just if you look at the landscape of how schools are changing and stuff like that, we seem to be drawing people to our community, because I think it's a great place.
Well, you can't find a house
You
to
can't.
purchase in the Northeastern Wayne School District.
Correct, and that's
It's-
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can't buy a house here. If you do it, it's one of those ones that are quite expensive or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And people still want to come here.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had one of the best reading scores at the elementary level recently, best in the county. So it's a great place to learn and
Well, nothing begets success than success.
Right.
Okay? You have success, like if Northeastern football was to win a sectional title this year, which would be the first time in their history.
correct.
That's going to translate to next year. Okay? But anyways, I think it's a great move for the school. We could stay here for an hour, Ryan. We should have scheduled a whole hour here with Ryan, but really, I appreciate you clearing some things up. Pretty soon, so Delta's the other school. Now, I heard some rumors, again, this is a rumor, that Yorktown, they're in the same conference right now as Delta is.
Correct.
So is that a potential member, or is that ever mentioned in your discussions?
No.
Okay.
I know that when the group talked and we were invited, one of the ideas is like, where do we cap this?
Yeah.
Because I think, seriously, if you look on paper, this conference looks really nice to be a part of.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of competitive schools. I think they if I can remember correctly, the group thought maybe we could go up to one more, go to 8.
Yeah.
So, and I don't remember a bunch, and I've heard out in cyberspace, the internet, all kinds
Cyberspace is
gotta be,
always talking.
all kinds of names, and I don't
Gotta be true.
I don't
then.
remember those names being brought up. But it's,
Well, it's and the thing is, with this new conference, brings new things, brings new fans, brings all kinds of stuff.
correct,
You know.
and that's
And let's also, that's also, it's better for the student, it's better for the athlete, and it's going to be, I think, a better fan experience because you're going to should have more competitive games.
yeah. And I know that initially when this idea came out, I've heard from a few parents some fear that we won't be able to compete or things like that. And being a longtime science teacher, you have to change your stimuli in order to grow and evolve and get better. And if we're just playing the same competition over and over, just like in weightlifting, you reach a plateau.
Yep.
And I believe I would never have made this decision or pushed for this idea if I didn't believe in the students that we have here and the coaches that we have here and the parents that support them that we have here.
You can be the biggest fish in that little teeny fish bowl, or you can go out and grow in the pond, in the lake, in the ocean.
And I believe, isn't our school motto belong, grow, and contribute?
Yep.
I think we're trying to do that.
Well, with that, I think that's a good thing to end on.
Still a lot of work to be done, though.
absolutely.
Right? So we'll look forward to that. Probably going to have you back on here at some point, Ryan, and you give us an
All right,
update.
give me some notice. We get kind of busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll schedule some time.
I will do that. Thanks for coming. We appreciate
No
it.
problem, guys.
We
Thanks.
appreciate having you on, Ryan. And we'll take a quick break and come back. I think we're going to talk a little volleyball real quick, and then we'll have some football on Knightline Live.
Being aligned with the Better Homes and Gardens brand brings with it a unique approach to identifying, marketing, and servicing distinctive homes. We know that your experience while buying and selling your home is as important as the homes being bought and sold. That's why our affiliated agents are passionate about personalizing every part of your real estate experience to ensure that every moment is distinctive.
In this market, finding a home you love and actually closing the deal is a cause for celebration. And it all starts with a competitive edge from First Financial Bank. We'll get you pre-qualified fast so you can get your offer in first. We even offer programs with low down payment options and reduced closing costs. Plus, our friendly local team is always here to help. A bank that's ready to help you find a home and a reason to celebrate, however you choose to. That's First.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
I recommend Dr. Johnson all the time over the years. Many people have come to Dr. Johnson for my recommendations. And if people live 50 miles away and they tell us they have this problem and they're going to have an operation, we say, no, go see our chiropractor, Dr. Johnson.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Sim Hargen Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
L&S Lumber Hardware and Supplies in Greensfork. Walk into what a hardware store should be. Filled with Valspar paint, Red Ryder wagons, generators, old Milwaukee power tools, and DeWalt power tools. Animal feed, lawn and garden supplies. Make sure you ask about our pole barn packages. L&S Lumber Hardware and Supplies in Greensfork.
We would love to invite you to Life Spring Students, our youth group at Life Spring Church that is just south of Northeastern on 27. We meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. You can grab some pizza or a snack from our cafe and then hang out with your friends until 7 p.m. At 7, our student band leads us in some worship through music, and we have a lesson from God's Word, the Bible. We then split into small groups based on grade and gender to apply what we have learned and pray with one another. Find out more at lifespring.tv/student.
Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle. Maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. I'm Jerry Middleton, and as usual is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, volleyball. I'll tell you what, Saturday at the volleyball sectional was about as exciting as it could get.
Oh, it was tremendous volleyball, tremendous action going on. Proud of the girls, Northeastern girls. They played in the afternoon contest. They played Winchester. Winchester's good, Jerry. I mean, they are good.
And what a war that was.
It was a battle. It was close. It was tight. And I had a conversation with Ann Whistle after all that, after the sectionals. Just the mentality of the girls was really solidified throughout the year. And a lot of times they've got talent, but it's that mental aspect of the game that you look for, and you saw these girls progress in that aspect of the game. So, congratulations, girls. They won the sectional. They've won 3 out of 4. That team, a lot of people coming back. Now they went to the regionals, and there's a hump they got to get over it.
Well, it's a whole different world. The girls' basketball has seen.
Yeah.
Once you leave Wayne County, it's a little bit different, and that mentality, it takes a win, and then that mentality changes. And so I think things look bright for the Knights in the future.
Bright,
because they're very young. Graduate one person, which is Addie Kircher, which was the libero.
And she had, you saw the progression Addie made throughout her career. I tell you, she had a great senior year.
Let me tell you something. Here's something I want to tell you. I think that if she wanted to be a college volleyball player,
she could play.
She could do it.
Yeah.
I fence this: is she better basketball or volleyball? I'm telling you. And right now, I'm a volleyball guy. I lean to that volleyball. I think she's an outstanding volleyball player.
And especially her, you saw the progression she made, and in her senior year, she was outstanding. So congratulations to Addie. Now she's on to basketball. And so we'll get to see her. But congratulations to the team. They're going to be competitive again next year because Addie's the only one that's going. They got some good players coming up that can fill some spots. Very good year. They finished the season 24-11. So
one behind my record.
Well, I knew you were going to say that, but
just had to throw it out there, Rick.
But congratulations to them. We ran long with Ryan, which we could have gone longer. It was great conversation, but we got to talk about the football team. We got to talk about the football team. Boy, they went into Shenandoah, Jerry, and just took care of business.
Well, to me, it was like a whole different game plan from what it was here. Here, we were getting a lot of passes, quick touchdowns, and the defense had to be out there for 8 to 15 plays, and then Shenandoah would score, and we get the ball back. I think that run game, control the clock, was absolutely, if that's what they did, genius.
Well, that's exactly what they did. That's what you saw go on. We've been a passing team.
Yes.
Okay. Completely switched it up here. We had a few passes, okay, because you still got the talent that you can be a passing team, but boy, they pounded the rock. That's what they did, and with a lot of success with Dylan Ross, with Marshall Phillips as a running quarterback, Trent Deloney. They just really dominated the football game.
A lot of weapons offensively, and the defense stepped up.
Yeah, they surely did, because we saw this was a team that put 50 on you not that long ago, and they only scored 7 points, some key plays by the Knights. So overall, a great win by the Knights. So they're moving on to Friday night. They're going to go to Triton Central. And Jerry, we're going to be there. We're going to broadcast that game.
We will be broadcasting it in our finest equipment. And let's face it, you got a great color commentator for this game.
Yes, I do. Jerry's going to come down. He's going to try. He's been great at volleyball. Now Jerry's going to be great at football.
Oh, we're going to give it a shot.
It'd be fun. But get down to Triton Central. The first thing you're going to notice is their facilities, okay? Those facilities are top-notch. And what you're going to see is the press box, Jerry. It is top-notch.
That's what I like.
Yeah, so get down to Triton Central. We'll see. The Knights are good. We're good. And so we got a shot. Triton Central just barely beat Centerville. We thought we were looking at a Centerville Northeastern rematch, but all of a sudden Triton Central scores with very few seconds left. So we're going to go there, and you got to feel pretty good about that. And
absolutely.
Feel good about your chances. We had a chance to talk to Wes, but we don't have time to run that. All right, so we're not going to run that tonight, but we'll get Wes on again here at some point. But right now, Jerry, we probably ought to go to commercials.
Let's go to commercial, and you're watching Knightline Live.
When it comes to your home, you don't just want the job done. You want it done right. At Nate Lee Remodel and Restoration, we believe your space deserves craftsmanship you can trust at a price that makes sense.
From remodeling and restoration to custom trim work, interior painting, interior and exterior doors, or even that deck you've always wanted, every project is handled with care, attention to detail, and a personal touch. Call Nate Lee Remodel and Restoration, where quality meets character.
Holistic financial services and professional advice to help you manage and preserve your assets. Welcome to Private Wealth Management at Old National. Here, we provide financial planning and investment strategies from Old National Wealth Advisors and premier banking services from Old National Private Banking to help you plan for and tackle your broader financial needs. It's time to explore Private Wealth Management at Old National. Learn more at oldnational.com/private.
Your school helps shape the person you become, opening your mind to new ideas and belonging to a community. Whether it's earning an advanced degree, joining the FFA, pushing your health and wellness, playing in the band, or playing on the field. It's a safe place where everyone knows your name, and a kid can be a kid. The halls of today filled with the leaders of tomorrow. Northeastern.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live. I'd like to remind everybody that the girls' basketball scrimmage, wow, it's hard to believe that's here.
Yeah.
Girls' basketball scrimmage is Thursday at 6 o'clock, and that is at Northeastern, and that is against Delta, which, again, a pretty good team.
And a
potential conference foe in a couple years.
Yeah.
So get out and support the girls and let them see what they got, and then also Friday on the Knights Broadcasting Network and ijusttv.org, Rick and myself will have the Triton Central and Northeastern round 2 of the sectional, and
I want to tell you folks. There, Triton Central, I was there today, okay, making sure our internet was going to be good and meeting the IT guys like we like to do, okay? If you want to see an impressive school, you go down there on Friday night. It's about an hour and a half roughly from here.
Yeah.
I live in Cambridge City. It's a little over an hour for me to get there. But I will say, get down there and take a look. Their facilities are absolutely beautiful. And all their facilities.
Yep.
And so get down there, cheer on the Knights. You can watch the replay later. But, we will, if you're out of town, we will have that game on the Knights broadcast.
And if you're Jerry Kiesling, you set your watch on your 758-inch square TV.
And it grows every day.
It grows. It's getting bigger and bigger. So I think that's it, Rick, for the night.
That is.
For executive producer Aiden Crane and my co-host Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and it's been another good night.